What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Travis back with another video today. And as you can see, we are on to something brand new. We are on to a game that I am very excited for, but it turns out to be one of the same games every year. We are on to Madden 24, and it just dropped this year. It just dropped a few days ago, and I got it for y'all. And we about to jump right into it. We're about to jump into Superstar mode on Madden 24. Now, Madden is a game that I've been playing for a long time. And I'm excited to jump into it. I have played a quarterback one off screen because everybody uses a quarterback, so I wanted to switch things up. I'm running to the linebacker. I'm going to be the captain of the defense and see if we can kind of shut down some high-powered offenses and see if we can kind of bring the NFL back to the old age. So this series is going to be mainly dealing with the gameplay. I'm skipping all of the cutscenes. I know most of y'all out there don't care about the cutscenes. They're not really important, and they've done pretty much about of a bad job as you would think. And all I can't really care about is the gameplay. So if y'all are going to really look forward to seeing if I can, carry a team on the defensive side of the ball, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new and hit that notification as well. And so we're going to jump into this Madden 24 and see how much of an improvement it's made. And now for all you PC gamers, you may be excited because the game may feel different to you. But after a couple weeks to a month, most of everybody will realize this is pretty much the same game. But for all the PC gamers out there, y'all actually get the next-gen gameplay. So for the PC gamers, it actually does feel different. So let's go ahead and jump into this as the linebacker, and let's see what team we get drafted to and see where our career goes in this rookie season. All right, here we go. We are headed into the combine, and the first one is the bench press. So this is one of the... So basically what Madden did is they advertised that Superstar mode, we were going to be able to do this. So pretty much what happened is they just brought back something that was in an older Madden, and they decided to advertise that as something great and new about Madden 24. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. We're doing the bench press. Obviously you push both sticks up, and then when you're going on the way down, you smash LB, RB, and to regenerate your stamina. So we'll see how many reps we can put up here, and let's get things rocking here. $28. 27 reps. Not too bad. This doesn't really do anything for your stats, but it does improve your draft stock. So right now that puts us at number 2. Owen Popo from Auburn got 29 reps. We'll take a number 2. We'll take number 2. A lot of these I'm probably not going to retry a lot of these. I'm kind of just going to go through in the first attempt and see what we can do. Except for the 40. If I don't get a good, I'll make sure I get a good 40. But the other ones should only be like one try. So let's go ahead and hop into the next thing. Let's go, baby. We got that 4-4-2, and that puts us in second. This Owen Popo, I don't know who this Owen Popo is, but I don't know who he got drafted by in real life, but that dude is balling right now. He ran a 4.39. I think that's physically impossible for me to run a 4.39 right now with an 85 speed. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue. Alright, that was a pretty solid jump right there. As we complete the broad jump here, that puts us at an 11.4 broad jump. I think that's a pretty solid broad jump. There it is. #1 rank in the broad jump. We'd love to see that. And Owen Popo dropped a little bit right there. Number 5 on the broad jump. That's okay. Jack Campbell, number 3. I can't wait to see what Jack Campbell. See, I'm a very what y'all need to know is I'm a linebacker fan. The guy that I'm gonna try to model this linebacker off of is Luke Kuechly. Obviously, I am a Panthers fan, but Luke Kuechly was just such a great player. In my opinion, he has the shorter career, so like long-term NFL success. Obviously, he's not the greatest linebacker of all time. That would probably be Ray Lewis. But in my eyes, as far as skill and talent, I would say that Luke Kuechly is probably the best linebacker of all time. All of you out there that say it's Bobby Wagner, y'all are all capping. So be quiet on that one. Luke Kuechly was always better than Bobby Wagner. But they were dominating the NFL at the same time, Bobby Wagner and Luke Kuechly. Obviously, Bobby Wagner is still doing it. But Luke Kuechly was just a dude. He carried our defense, bro. Like, Josh Norman was balling on our defense because Luke Kuechly was just telling them what the plays were. He was telling the other linebackers, the safeties, everything, what they were doing. So that's my little rant on Luke Kuechly. But that's who I'm trying to model this character after. And so that way I can try and be in every single play. That's what Luke Kuechly did. And it was a great time in the Panthers fandom to have Luke Kuechly. I'll tell you that. All right, 4-2-1. I don't know if that's gonna. Oh, okay. 4-2-1, solid. That was my first time after going on about that, going on with that rant. But that puts me number 1 in broad jump and number 1 in 20-yard shuttle, which I actually really like. 40-yard dash is okay. I'm not too worried about that one. I just needed that for my draft stock. But 40-yard dashes don't really mean much for linebackers. As long as you're kind of in every play, you're okay. So we got run through all the hotspots before the timer expires. Each hotspot you enter will cause a new one to appear elsewhere on the field. Boom, there we go. All right, there's one. I knew it was going back here. I almost didn't get that one. This is a pretty bad rep right there, but we'll go ahead and finish it out. A nice 8 for 8 there. And we're projected to go in the top 10 as a linebacker. So that's very interesting. My quarterback was top 5. So if y'all want to see a quarterback one, I can definitely make a quarterback one. But I just kind of figured that a lot of people already do quarterback on YouTube. So I figured I'd be a little bit different and play the defensive side of the ball. So if y'all do want to see a quarterback, let me know. But for now, we're going to start off at linebacker and make our way into the league. So let's go ahead and see what team drafts us. All right, so here we go. We got our combine interview. Yeah, this can positively affect it, but it can also negatively affect our draft stock. So we're gonna go ahead and do it and see if maybe we can squeeze this at top 5 after already getting top 10. So the thing about this is my quarterback went top 5, and we went to the Broncos as a quarterback. So I'm hoping that we don't go to the Broncos again. But if we do, it's not a big deal. I can help out Patrick Surtain on that defense and Justin Simmons as well. So let's go ahead and see if we can ace this combine. The frozen tundra is obviously the Green Bay Packers. What a professional sport that both Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson played during the NFL careers. That obviously is baseball. What does RPO stand for? It stands for run pass option. Number of 72 Dolphins losses plus number of Tom Brady Super Bowl wins. Tom Brady's won 7. The 72 Dolphins were undefeated, so that would be 7 plus 0 is 7. John Madden was inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2006, and what Ohio City is the Hall of Fame located? That would be Canton, Ohio. What quarterback caught a touchdown pass on the famous Philly special in the Super Bowl? That would be Nick Foles. Which of the following countries has an NFL game not been played in? We played in Mexico, England, and Germany is coming up this year. So I believe we have not played a game in Italy yet. 4 touchdowns plus 3 successful PATs plus 2 field goals. 4 touchdowns is 24. 2 field goals would be, so that'd be 30, and then 33. What is the color of the flag a coach would throw into the field if he wanted the previous play to be reviewed? That would be a challenge flag, and that would be red. What year was the original John Madden football game released? This one I have no idea. I'm just going to say it was 88, and we got 10 out of 10. So we are looking at a top 3 draft projection. One thing I am glad about this game is the fact that if you do obviously ace all of this stuff, then they actually do allow you to move up, because obviously a linebacker or a running back or a receiver would not get drafted in the top 5 most of the time. But I'm glad that they kind of threw that out the window and they allowed us to kind of, you know, choose our fate of where we got drafted. So we're going to move on here to the draft process, and we are going to see where we get drafted. This is a unskippable cutscene. Right now it's an unskippable cutscene. So we're gonna see where we get drafted, man. Let's find out. Let's see what happens here.
Good, Natalie. I'm at the NFL draft. Pretty crazy knowing my whole life is about to change.
It is crazy, but you've earned it. And to give you some perspective on this moment and mentorship throughout the season, I brought you a surprise guest who might even help you loosen that death grip you got on your phone.
Oh, you noticed.
Did I? Wow, perfect timing. Hey.
What's up, boss?
Coach Prime.
Man, you know what? It's really nice to meet you. After seeing what you did at the combine, I knew I had to reach out. Fortunately, we got a mutual friend.
So tell me, right out the gate, any advice for me? I mean, nobody better than Coach Prime to help me take it to the next level.
Well, you got to relax first and foremost. Enjoy the night, but as soon as it's over, we back to work.
And as a 2-sport athlete and successful college coach, I think he speaks from experience.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to be here to celebrate you, but I'm also going to challenge you. So tell me what you're going to be working on as soon as you hit the facility.
All right, so specialty player, well-rounded player. Obviously, as a linebacker, I want to be a well-rounded player. I want to be able to have great pass coverage, be a great run stopper as well.
But you do know I keep it 100 at all times.
Deal.
Well, listen, it's about that time.
And every now and then I might be able to pass the rusher as well, hopefully. So
only a matter of time, Cap.
Let's see what happens. Let's see where we end up. Top 3. I forget who had top 3, but let's get it. Top 3, I'm probably going to get number 3, whoever number 3 is.
Hey, Coach.
And we get drafted to the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, man. Oh, no. All right, here we go. We're securing the bag. They're giving us a 4-year, $38 million contract. Obviously, I was picked 2 in the draft. I was picked 2? Wait, the Cardinals had the second pick. Did they have the second pick in real life, or did they, or what happened? I don't know. I was hoping I could go, I wonder if I would have got number 1 in the 40-yard dash at the bench if I would have actually been able to get first, because I think the Bears had the first pick, but they traded it to the Panthers. So if I would have got first pick, I might have actually been drafted by my favorite team, the Panthers. But the Cardinals selected us. So this is very interesting because they already drafted Zaven Collins as a middle linebacker. I think it was last year. Or the year before, something like that. So the fact they already have Zaven Collins is very interesting to me. the fact that they still ended up taking another middle linebacker. But I mean, this is a great challenge. I mean, let's see if we can carry this Cardinals defense to some wins, man. All right, this is the upgrade screen here. Obviously, when you use a skill point, you get a +3 attribute jump. That's kind of how they did it this year. Once you get to a certain spot, you'll start getting these abilities right here. Like you'll get bronze abilities, and then you'll get onto silver, and then obviously to gold once you get down here. But it costs a bunch of skill points. So for now, I have 4 right now. So I want to make sure I focus on run stopping right now. I'm not too worried about catching man and zone because that's kind of user-ish, so I can kind of work with that. Having a 75 man coverage is actually really good for a linebacker already. So is 75 zone. So I'm not too mad at that already. Obviously, we want to get that up in the future, but for now, I'm going to focus on this. So tackle, I'm going to put 2 towards tackle. I'm going to put 1 towards hit power, and I'm going to put 1 towards block shed. Block shed is obviously very, very important to be able to shed the blockers and the linemen that come after me and the fullbacks that come after me. So that way I can try to get to the running back or whatever the case may be. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and develop all 4 of those. We're going to move up to a 74 overall, 81 tackle, 78 hit power, 78 block shed, and we will be good. And we're going to go ahead and jump into our first game of the season. And after the first game, that'll be the end of this first episode because we had so much stuff with the combine and everything going on. And then the rest of the videos from here on out in this series will be doubling up. So obviously we'll play 2 games every video, and trying to get through the season and see what we can do with the Cardinals. So let's go ahead and hop into it. I'm gonna play. My guys looks very generic right now, but in the next episode, I promise I will swag them out and make them look a little bit better. So let's go ahead and hop into this first season game. I skipped the preseason because we don't need that in our life. And let's move on to the regular season and see how this team is. All right, welcome to one of the worst stadiums in all of NFL football. We are in our nation's capital. We are in Washington, D.C., playing against the Commanders. And yes, I have listened to a lot of NFL players, a lot of ex-NFL players. They say that the Washington Commanders field and arena is one of the worst, and if not the worst in the NFL. That's why I said that. All right, but we are moving on to our very first NFL game, our NFL debut, and let's see if we can see if we can put on a show, man. So obviously I'm rocking the number 24. That's my favorite number. Yes, it is because of Kobe Bryant. And obviously with the number changes, I can actually wear that now as a linebacker. So things should be fun here. So let's go ahead. I think we're probably going to run a lot of zone because our secondary is not that great. So we'll probably be running the same base plays that we normally run. We'll be running a lot of cover 3, a lot of cover 2, probably. And so if y'all keep seeing me run the same play over and over again, I apologize if that gets a little bit repetitive and boring, but I have to, for the sake of our personnel on the team. So let's see what we can do here in the first drive. 3rd and 4. Looking good so far. Obviously, we're going to run a cover 3 sky. I want to make sure that I'm going to change those to hard flats out on the side here.
And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A really nice pickup of 14 yards.
Okay, I missed my first NFL tackle. That's okay. I tried to hit stick, which is weird because I don't even really have hit power like that. So I don't know why I even tried that, but we'll be okay. If I just straight up tackle him right, I don't know. He might have already had that first down. So that's why I kind of tried to hit sticks. That way he would fumble. But
coming over from Philadelphia, where he was the defensive coordinator on their run to the NFC title, and the new ownership here in Washington.
Yeah, that one's on me.
Franchise a chance to start fresh, to turn the page, and I'm looking at Washington. They could be sneaky good.
Not a good start yet. Not a good start. I don't know which camera to use. I mean, this is the closest one to the normal camera when you're playing as the whole defense, like in regular gameplay. But I don't like the way it's like turning and stuff.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls.
All right, that's a good swat. So I have noticed something after playing the quarterback franchise is they really did upgrade a lot of these zone coverages. A lot of zone coverages that I've seen so far have worked pretty well. They play coverage. There's probably still some bugs and glitches here and there, obviously, but from what I could tell is playing quarterback, this hook curl will actually like drop back when they see will actually drop back when they see a slant behind them or something like that, and they'll like knock it down. So that's very good. I'm gonna go ahead and run formation here. I'm gonna run special teams. We're gonna do a field goal return. This is a pretty deep field goal, so I'm gonna see if they can hit this. If not, our returner will be there. All right, off to the right, wide right from Joey Sly, former Panther, and able to get a nice stop on the first drive. I let a first down go, but we were able to stop him nonetheless. All right, here we go. Second defensive drive. Let's see if we can actually get a tackle here. We haven't even gotten a tackle yet. Nice defense right there. I should see who we have. I'm not entirely sure of all who we have. I know we have Buda Baker still. David Collins is going to be in. Interesting. So I was hitting A right there to try to get a conservative tackle, but he just, my guy was acting really weird right there. I'm gonna change those to hard flats so we can run.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold.
All right, here we go. Running man, and I have man on Terry McLaurin right now.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. This to McLaurin out on the left side. 17 yards.
Okay, I don't like the way they run. I'm trying to run to him, but like if you run, I don't know. It's very weird right now. I'm trying to get used to it. What?
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. The man they call scary.
How am I'm like running straight past him? Like I'm hitting the A button for a conservative tackle. Is that not a thing anymore?
It was named to his long overdue first Pro Bowl.
Like, I don't know if that's not a thing anymore or what, but like I'm hitting A to try to do a conservative tackle, but my player's just running straight past the guy. Like
into the air once more. It's Brissett looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
Also, the camera is just weird.
At the Cardinals 28. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now the second-year man from
there we go. Come on. Do I have to run this camera?
Room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that.
Golly, I guess I'm gonna have to run this camera because that other camera, it moves too much. I don't.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way too.
I can't see what kind of the angle that I'm supposed to run. I don't know, but finally got my first tackle of my career.
Brissett's throw taken in by Samuel.
All right, nice broken tackle after the catch from Curtis Samuel, who also is another former. There's a lot of Panthers on the Washington Commanders. Obviously, that's because Ron Rivera is the head coach.
They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time
Okay, Zaven Collins got beat right there.
Don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this.
I was expecting Zaven Collins to be able to pick that, but I guess he was too far behind to pick that.
And it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll throw again. Brissett.
Oh my gosh, I held wide, but again the motion of the player here was just really weird. Tackle on defense now, and we are up 14-3. So right now we're doing our job on defense, even though I haven't really done much of anything. I probably should have had 2 picks so far. Ooh, let's go, baby. That's another tackle. It's a gain of 6. I probably could have jumped that a little bit harder, but if I would have jumped that, he probably wouldn't have thrown it. So ended up getting another tackle regardless, but they did get a 6 yards out of it. All right, so we allowed a zone completion there. Unfortunately, we also allowed the broken tackle. We weren't able to tackle him. We're kind of in a spy right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get it across midfield.
All right, nice run D from our team right there. I mean, he still got 5 yards out of that, so it's not great, but it's not that bad either. See what we can do on 2nd and 5.
Brissett now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Let's go. That's another thing I also have learned. I have seen as well. The DBs and everything, they don't get caught on as much. It's not much of a hoeing as last year was. Last year you could just Last year you could just get a 6'5" receiver and then just teabag all the corners no matter what their overall is, because height really mattered last year. But as we move on to 4th and 1, they're going for another very long field goal here. I know Joey Sly has a heck of a leg, but this much the accuracy from this deep is not great. So that's 2 missed field goals. Probably shouldn't have really went for those field goals, but it is what it is. That's 2 misses from Joey Sly. All right, I have about 30 seconds to half. A lot probably won't happen here. I think he's just gonna throw it away there. See what they do here. If they kind of just run it, we know they're kind of giving up, but it looks like they're still gonna throw here. They have 3 timeouts. Okay. Better be careful with that. All right, it looks like they're just gonna run the ball out, and looks like we'll probably be moving on to the second half.
Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
Or not. Looks like Zaven Collins will give them a nice little face mask penalty, and now that's going to give them hope. So now they're probably going to throw the ball and call a bunch of timeouts.
The big result, a free 1st down.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Washington now going to use the first.
All right, big gain allowed.
As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Again, it's Brissett. And that is incomplete.
Good throw.
Down to 15 seconds now.
A throw of nothing, basically. My goal every game is to get double-digit tackles. And obviously I want some like picks and stuff like that, but
when you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
Right now, nothing much has happened.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout.
Only have 2 tackles. I haven't really been. I'm still trying to get used to the way that the game kind of flows. The player movement's a little bit weird. It is a little bit more fluid, a little bit more flowy, but all right, we're back on defense into the second half, and we scored again, so it's 28-6 now.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Fights through it.
Yeah, let's go. We allowed the first down, but I got a nice little tackle right there. I was able to save that. He broke that tackle too from Buda Baker. So he was about to be gone. Oh, I just barely missed him. Dang it. All right, we're able to get the tackle, but a big gain allowed. They're on to our half of the field now.
Brissett on first down. Checks this one down to Robinson.
Go ahead and get that tackle. We allowed the yards. Okay, not that big of a deal. They're already in field goal range, so honestly, we just need to try and bend but don't break, as you will. Nice stop for loss right there. We'll take that.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third.
I already like the fact of how many solo tackles I'm getting.
Play action now, Brissett.
I feel like that's been a big pet peeve of mine in the, especially in last year's Madden. But yeah, that was one thing in last year's Madden. A lot of your tackles came from combined tackles or assisted tackles from your teammates, which was very, very annoying because I could never really be up there in solo tackles, which kind of annoyed me because they were the ones that kind of got on the top of that list when you go over to league and it shows all the league leaders on the side. I could never be over there because I was never up there in solo tackles, and that's really what they showed over there. But I was always on top of total tackles, but it's only because of assisted tackles. So I do like the fact that I've gotten all these. Let's go. I've gotten all these solo tackles, and that's a great breakup. He didn't catch it anyways, but it's a great play. Another 3 and out. All right, here we go. 35-9. This game's pretty much wrapped up, pretty much over. But I want to see if I can start getting some more stats here on the board. I want some more tackles, obviously.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
Are you serious, man?
Going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I feel like I had him, and then my teammate came in, and then he broke my teammate's tackle, and that allowed him to go.
Probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Curtis Samuel cannot catch. Holy crap. Curtis Samuel is bad. Wow. All right, I mean, we'll take it.
Quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been on the same grease board when you draw plays up.
We got a great zone coverage right there. We locked up that hook, that curl that it's always in there on that play. They got it down to a 3rd and 2. We'll go ahead and run it change this underneath.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. Yeah, this pass broken up.
Curtis Samuel is so bad.
That was not an easy one to hold on to.
All right, looks like they're going for it on 4th.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
That was a crazy throw to make on 4th down.
He's inside the 30.
Unnecessary roughness on Kobe Durant.
A little too much extracurricular there.
I mean, he was really pushing him out of bounds, but okay. I mean, I guess.
But you have to harness it somehow, and he did not.
That was a risky throw to throw on a 4th down, though. Great tackle right there by whoever that was.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup.
Did I say Greedy Williams?
2nd and 5 from the 8. Brissett.
I have both of those
And he'll get
And both
this
those
down
little
inside
in
the
routes
5
on
to the
block
4
right there.
before he's out of bounds. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Terry McLaurin has. Whoa.
Brissett sets to throw it.
Able to connect with Dotson.
So
He is out of bounds.
receivers have acrobat
Gain
now
of 4,
too. That's
able to
interesting.
convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. A chance
Very,
for
very
a first
interesting.
touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Brissett. Touchdown.
Good throw. Good throw. I mean, the game's pretty much over, but all right. So I'd say this is a pretty successful debut.
1st and 10, Brissett. It's complete to Robinson.
We only had 5 tackles, so it's not the best. We didn't have any deflections or any forced fumbles or any sacks or anything like that either. So a pretty basic debut.
Brissett to throw on first.
But nonetheless, I think it was pretty solid. I mean, a pretty solid team victory for sure. 42-16. I don't know how our offense is scoring so much because they are going to. I think the Cardinals are going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL this year. Just because we're obviously losing D-Hop. Kyler Murray, there's no telling what's going on with him. So it's going to be. I think it's going to be a rough one for the Cardinals this year. But it looks like it's going to be a big victory here as they run a screen pass. I'm going to try to pick off some of those screen passes. I used to pick off those a lot. I definitely was able to pick those off last year fairly easily, I would say. Once you see it coming, you can kind of get in there before they throw it, and the quarterback mostly throws it to the running back.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
I was going to say, Buda Baker is not going to allow that.
Incomplete.
4th and 2. They're probably going to go for it here. If we stop them, pretty much going to be over with.
4th down. They're going for it. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw.
Let's go. What a stop. That's going to do it for this debut for this first game. We will take that. All right, so not much of a game from me. I had 5 solo tackles, 5 total tackles. Our team, so it was Garrett Williams, not Greedy Williams. Garrett Williams, rookie out of Syracuse, had 14 total tackles. He had 12 solos. And Jonathan Allen from the other team had 10. We had a couple tackles for loss here and there. No sacks for the team. No interceptions in the entire game. No forced fumbles, nothing like that. Buda Baker had 3 pass deflections. And then a few for them. But a pretty solid debut for the team, but technically not a great debut for me. Nice little breakup at the end right there. We'll take that. I kind of wish those counted as pass deflections because they're forced incompletions. But there is no stat like that in this game. That's unfortunate. But that's going to do it for our rookie debut here. Our career debut. And pretty solid one for the team. So if you are excited for the rest of the series, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification. And for now, we will see y'all in our second game. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace.